Back at it again. Back at it again with another topic that falls into this whole relationship thing. Now I'm talking about alpha male, red pill, black pill, different dating types, or things of that nature. But I've never gotten into sex. So I was like, you know what? I've seen a few clips of this podcast, and I was like, let me go check them out. Hey, this is a new channel. It's only a few weeks old. Don't really have a lot of views on these videos, so I'm still just testing out the waters, trying to figure things out. So, I always gotta experiment, see what catches on, right? So this question right here: can love exist without sex in a relationship? I think it can. I think it can. You know what I mean? If your relationship is built solely upon sex, then it's not gonna be a long-term thing. Sex is just like an added bonus that comes with the whole relationship thing, right? But it definitely can exist in a relationship, right? So let's see what they say. Let's see what they say.
Me, I'm all about sex. The sex ain't good, you don't love me. If you can't get hard, you don't love me. That's me. This is a no judgment zone.
There's no love without sex. How many people here believe that right now?
I believe that. I can only speak for me, and that I would have to say I would feel some type of way if I wasn't getting any sex.
But me, I'm all about sex. The sex ain't good, you don't love me. If you can't get hard, you don't love me. That's me. This is a no judgment zone. No judgment.
That's not.
I'm saying though, it's kind of, no, I'm just saying, and my thing, if your sex drive is low and my sex drive is high, it's not gonna work. And most likely,
it is probably you. If I'm not getting hard off of you and you doing all this extra stuff to turn me on, well then it's probably just you. I'm probably just not attracted to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not my fault. You gotta go home, do some push-ups. Maybe my thing could go a little harder. You know what I'm saying? But if it's the situation like that, then hey, it's probably you. You know what I mean? Unless I'm doing something different. Unless I'm sick, or I'm doing this whole like no fap thing that I've been looking into, and I've been seeing a lot of dudes doing, especially online, and people who are really into like fitness and trying to get themselves right. But you know what I mean, ultimately it's your fault.
If you don't give me the okay to go, I'm gonna cheat. But I'm not like the most sex drive person, but when I wanna fuck, I wanna fuck.
So you tell something. If you want to cheat, would you tell him?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like people know their partner. After a while, you been with somebody, you know your partner.
So your partner should know that you're gonna cheat.
So you come out.
Since my partner, since I know Danny doesn't likes a lot of sex or a medium level of sex, and I can't satisfy you, I gotta be on the lookout for you to cheat. That's what you just said. I know my partner.
But what if the sex is trash? What if she wants all this sex, and her partner wants all this sex, but the sex is trash? So she's still gonna cheat, knowing her, based solely upon her, solution for this low sex drive of her partner. She's probably gonna cheat again. You know what I mean? That's the type of girl you can't even be around, in my opinion. That type of girl is like, I off rip, based solely upon what she said, I wouldn't even mess with this type of girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's quick to jump on another nigga's dick. Like, quick.
Sex job is low, but like I will just be honest.
Why is that the only option?
But my whole thing,
I can't.
See?
If your sex drive is higher than your partner's, don't you think if toys come into play? What about if toys come into play? Don't you masturbate if you need to have sex and he's not with it right now? Just if yours is just higher, not at the complete highest.
Sex drive don't mean penetration. You feel me? People think about sex drive.
It doesn't have to be penetration.
But you gotta be in some type of mood. You cannot just give me no mood. Okay, you don't like penetration? Let me suck your dick. If you can't do that, it's a problem. I gotta be entertained in some way.
So what's your appetite? You want to suck a dick?
No, it's not my appetite. I'm just saying your sex drive gotta be balanced. Like, if my sex drive is over here, your gotta be somehow over here. I can't go with somebody that don't like to have sex at all. Because I'm a sex sexual person.
If you fall in love with somebody that doesn't match your sex drive.
I mean, honestly, there's no love without sex.
She said, you don't fuck me good. That's what she said.
It's a way to connect to people. I feel like when I have a connection with somebody, it's about sex.
Now my question is she currently in a relationship? My other question now is, how many relationships has she been in that's been successful? Because if one of the main premises of her relationships has been sex, has that been successful for her? If the question is, if the answer to that question is no, then maybe she should change things up. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
It's not about sex. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But like, there's no love without sex.
There is no love without sex. So like, I mean, like, how many people
on this panel believe that? You believe that?
Huh?
There's no love without sex. How many people here believe that right now?
I believe that. I can only speak for me, and that I would have to say I would feel some type of way if I wasn't getting any sex.
See, y'all dragging. We're not talking about any sex. No, let's be real.
Now she's the other one trying to change the question. That's not what he asked. That is not what he asked. You know damn well what he asked. It's either yes or no. You know what I'm saying? They trying to twist it, change it up to fit their narrative. No, it don't work like that. He asked you a straightforward question.
I'm not saying sex 7 days a week.
We are being realistic because you trying to sound poetic.
No. There's no love without sex.
Okay, there's no love. There could be love, but I don't know.
I can have love with you, but like, honestly, like, I feel like when I'm
never get married. Please.
No.
Let's be real. There's no love without sex.
I feel like when I'm really into somebody, I want to fuck more.
I get that,
So
Danny.
if you don't want to touch me, it's an issue for me.
I understand.
You're not sick, your dick is not broken. What's the problem?
Exactly.
Sometimes it could be
because if you don't even want to touch me.
So I did more research.
Why are they changing the question? He asked, is there love without sex? It's either yes or no. You know, the one light skinned one that's sitting to the side of him, she tried to flip it. Now the other ones, they trying to flip it a little bit more. No, it's a straightforward question. And nobody wants to answer that question. And then that's why he was like never getting married. Because if y'all whole relationship is built upon sex, then it's bound to fail. It's bound to fail. It's bound to fail. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? I feel like all these women here are completely illogical, and they're pushing for what they want, right? But is that what they really want? Come on now.
Right? And about the whole sex drive and appetite. Some people are asexual.
Okay, it's still by themselves.
Asexual means why you don't look for a partner.
Wait, hold on. No, some people are asexual. Okay, so examples of, they can be asexual and they can be having sex just to please you, or they like the idea of it. It's like, it's a spectrum. It's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, oh, you don't suck dick, you don't eat pussy, I'm out, I'm a cheat, you should know me. It's none of that. That's what it's like. It is so deep. So if you meet a person with a high sex drive, it comes from somewhere. If it's a low sex drive, it comes from you. You should investigate. You should have a conversation. And if all of that checks out, then don't go cheat. All right, Albert. Don't say no. I'm not gonna change the position up.
Communicate with the partner.
Come on.
Listen, let's be real. Because now
that is real.
No, stop. That was poetic.
But not everyone on the panel.
Let's be real, right? You know that the top 5 reasons for problems in marriage is the lack of sex.
Okay.
You understand?
I agree.
So do you understand that?
I understand.
So do you understand that the other partner in that marriage is saying there is no love or a lack of love because there's no sex?
But see, I think it's quality too, because you can have a lot of sex, but if it's trash, then does that really make up for it? Because I'm pretty sure if you ask the one girl over there, I keep saying that, you know, she needs to have a lot of sex, she got a high sex drive. All right, fine then. If your partner has a high sex drive too, but it's trash, is she still gonna be with that person? Because like I said before, I'm pretty sure she's gonna be quick to cheat. she gonna be quick to go to the next dude. You know what I'm saying?
Love is not in my crotch or her crotch. I'm sorry. It's deeper than that. It's about love. It's about building.
So let's say if you're all right. So let's be real now. Let me ask you a question. Hypothetical, right? If you're married for 2 years and actually 4 years, and the last 2 years, your wife said, "I'm not having sex," and she kept dubbing you for 2 years.
If she's saying those words verbatim, she's not
I'm not into it. I don't want to do it. Not right now. Later, and then later never happens.
Then obviously it's over.
But you understand?
Because, okay, before it gets over, I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to do counseling. Yes. I'm going to do things. There is a problem. Yes. I got married. I'm going to do everything. I got married.
See, I'm with this dude. He's trying to figure out, okay, because that's the first thing you're going to do is, all right, we got to have an actual conversation. What's the issue? And then, you know, whatever happens after that happens after that. But you have to figure out what exactly is the problem, especially for 2 years. That's kind of nuts. Is she no longer attracted to you? Does she have some type of medical issue? You know, it's all these different factors that come into play. Has something recently happened in her personal life that's affected you? You know, on top of that, you guys are married, so you should already have that type of open relationship when it comes to conversation. You know, and if you aren't able to do that, then why are you guys married in the first place?
I didn't get married for sex. I could just stay single and fuck.
But if you didn't get married for sex, why are you having to seek counseling for sex?
Because my partner. It's something with my partner going on.
No, it's something with you and what you want. And she's not giving what you
I
want.
want the package, right? And I'm not getting the whole package.
I don't know what we're saying. No.
Yeah, I don't think he sounds crazy. I think everybody else sounds crazy. I'm with him. Because if it was perfectly fine to a point where you guys got married and the first 2 years was cool, and then the next 2 years issues happened, what's the issue with talking it out or getting a counselor, a therapist? I said counselor like in school, but getting a therapist. What's the problem with the wife? I don't know. I don't get these guys, man. I don't know.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying as well. But whatever you're saying right now is, you know, proving our point.
Yeah, you're contradicting yourself.
You're saying, because y'all not going through the process. Danny was saying, if in two weeks we ain't fucking, I'm cheating.
No, that's not what I said.
That's not what you said.
That is what she said.
Oliver, let me just say this.
Am I bugging? That's what she said, right? Am I tripping? Because she didn't say, oh, well, I'm going to figure out the issue through conversation, through therapy, you know, things of that nature. She's already on rip went to, oh, I'm a cheat. That was where her mind went immediately. I don't know what these are. I don't know. I'm with him. I'm like, look, we gotta, you know, talk it out and then progress to the next level and, you know, last resort, divorce, cheat, whatever. I don't know, man.
You gotta be compatible in a relationship. Like, you know, to be with someone, you gotta be compatible. Like, you know, in your relationship, like, y'all guys somehow like it's something gotta be compatible. I just feel like it's the same thing for sex. I gotta be somehow compatible. I can take a 1 and then I'm a 10, or you know, you go from being a 10 and you with a 2. It's not gonna work.
Or you break up or leave. Will you try?
Yeah, I will try.
Okay. I'm gonna try. Try is a try.
I'm gonna give you the years 20 to 24. I had a high sex appetite, which means I wanted to taste a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't have a high sex drive because when I got into my relationships, I didn't have sex as much as when I had a high appetite. I could have sex with a new girl every day, but I couldn't have sex with the same girl every day.
Sorry, Rico.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, my appetite was like, I wanted to just try this.
This whole time, he been saying, oh, that guy over there sounds poetic. He sounds... No, this didn't... Now, what you just said was sounded poetic. That just sounded like some poetic stuff. Like, bruh, what is this? Okay, come on, let's get into it. Let's see what exactly... Where are you trying to go with this?
I wanted to try that. I wanted to try this. I wanted to try that. And then, when it's all said and done, when I got my main course, I just didn't eat all of my food. Have you ever experienced that?
I mean, for me, that's interesting, Rico. I just feel like, you know, why wouldn't you want to give your all to that one shit? Like, why wouldn't you want to do fun things, you know, Why wouldn't you want to do all that?
I mean, maybe in the beginning.
You think it just kind of like
No,
died out?
It's just no. It's not that it died out. It's just that all right. So when you have a high sex appetite, it's the curiosity because every woman is
So
different.
you just okay for you?
Right? Like
you wanna-
having sex with you
The newness.
is
Yeah.
going to be
That's what I said
so
in the
different from
beginning.
having sex with Danny. And somebody with a high appetite just wants to try every
I
single
would agree.
different
Okay.
energy, you know?
That's the difference. A sex drive is a desire to have sex. That's why some people have a high sex drive and some people have a low sex drive. Sex appetite is somebody that's ready to fuck whatever.
And
You don't give a
anything.
fuck.
Anything.
And
Even if they don't enjoy
You know what I'm saying?
it.
That's
Also,
what
you
it
can
is.
have a high appetite,
Because
don't
some
enjoy
people
it too.
might have,
Yeah.
they might have a sex appetite, a high sex appetite, but they have a low sex drive. So it's like, not that they don't want to have sex with every different girl or every different man, but their sex drive is low.
I will say this, that the relationship that I was in, it was kind of like boring sex.
Oh, wow.
But it's,
What's boring sex?
Oh, wait, we don't get back to it. I want her to finish this.
but I felt like having somebody that you're really, really physically attracted to, you're like, I was doing swinging from the chandelier.
Oh, with another person.
Yeah.
Oh.
I tried different stuff.
Oh, okay.
What is porn sex now?
Yeah, I want to know.
I mean, I feel like
What
boring
was
sex
porn
is like
sex
the
with him?
same
What was it with him? What was that?
position, same thing,
Kind of
all
like a
the time.
routine.
Yeah, like
Did you
that's
speak
not
up?
fun. Did I speak up?
Yeah.
Ooh, Danny, do you want to say something?
Hold on, wait, no, hold on.
No, and I just felt like,
Well, wait.
See, that goes to the conversation element that he was bringing up before. You got to speak up about it and talk about it if you are in an actual relationship with this person, especially if you are in a serious relationship or a very long-term relationship. Then you should be comfortable with speaking to this person about this topic, which is so important, right? But they automatically want to skip over that part and jump to all these other conclusions and cheat and break up and all this stuff, and they over here laughing at my dude over here in the pink and saying, nah, he looks crazy. I'm like, nah, he makes logical sense. The rest of y'all look nuts.
So it was boring, and how long were you dealing with this boring sex?
for a while.
So then, whose fault is it?
I mean,
it takes two to tango. It's fucking himself.
look at him.
Yeah, so it's like, who's to blame? Because he may think he's killing it. And this whole time, you creating a monster. You stroking his ego.
They killing it.
Because think about it, if you keep allowing him to come back with the same two stroke at 2 o'clock,
And I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
am I?
Because look, Here I'm going. I'm your man. 4 years I've been giving you whack dick. 4 years. And you accepted the whack dick. We accepted it for an extensive amount of time. So then now I'm gonna look at you and be like, well, maybe you were born too. Like, cause you took it, you stayed.
No, because what I'm trying to say is, with the new partner, we're doing other.
Just ask a question.
That can happen.
I'm just curious,
That
what
can
other stuff?
happen. Listen, you can go into a whole new relationship and be more open to trying new things.
Boring sex is whack sex.
Yeah.
Boring sex is getting up, literally, like, you've been with the person for a while, it's late at night, the same position, like, it's a quickie, it's a 2 second, he's not about to he's not trying to put his finger in your butt, he's not trying to, like, put talk, how he's gonna buzz. He don't want to do nothing extra.
How long do you do that? That's my question.
Don't bust him out. He don't want to bust. He don't want to get the stuff dirty. He's just so clean.
I mean, he laid there.
I'm never sitting on your bed in your house. I'm walking.
So now my question is, how long you gonna let that last before you say something? Because the other girl over here, she probably let that mess last for years before she just called it off. She didn't even talked to the dude. So I think that's the main issue with all these people here, except for my dude in the pink what is it? Leather. I don't know what that shit was. The pink jacket, whatever. He was the only one that's making sense. He's like, you have to have some type of conversation first and then figure out. And they over here looking at him foolish. I don't know. They, to me, looking foolish because I think that would be the first thing I'll do is if it's a long term or serious relationship, you gotta talk it out. But you know, that's me.
With a black light, black light. Anyway, so I'm gonna do Amanda. Amanda, so what about you?
What about me?
What about sex? No, my friend, no. I want to know about your appetite. I want to know about your appetite. No, I want to know. No, I want to know about your appetite. What's bigger, your appetite or your drive? Yeah, Amanda hasn't been talking much. That's what happened. She giggling. Oh shit. Oh man, I've never seen you blush like this.
It make me nervous.
Oh,
Her cheeks are red.
yeah.
It's the makeup. It's called blush. Actually, so I have a high sex appetite.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like.
What does that look like?
Well, okay, actually, previously to being in a relationship, I feel like I've had a high sex appetite. Right now, I feel like I'm experiencing low sexual drive.
Wow.
But outside of a relationship, yeah, I always just wanted to get my.
Alright, the video's over anyways. We'll cut it off there. I feel like the main issue with this is that there is a lack of conversation. With all these scenarios that they brought up, and like I said, they kept looking at my dude in the pink like he was crazy. I'm perfectly on board with what he had to say. It's more so about conversation and to address the issue, and then going into it, and then the second half when they start bringing up sex appetite versus sex drive, that's also interesting. I'll probably look more into videos of that, but I mean it does make sense, right? You can have high sex appetite but a low sex drive, and vice versa. Sex appetite, I guess, it's more so like how many people you want to, you know, have relationships with or relations with, and then sex drive is how often you want to do it. So it's like you have a high sex drive, you want to have a lot of sex, but then low sex appetite, you may want to have sex with the one or two people, and then, you know, reverse that up for the other way around. So that one was a pretty interesting topic, but once you get down to it, it's pretty simplistic. But yeah, man, I mean, it's not really too much else to say about this. But going back into the actual question, can love exist without sex in a relationship? I said that before. I think it can. I feel like sex is just an added bonus, especially like, you know, once you get into like you see these marriages where people have been married for like 40 plus years. I'm pretty sure they're not having the same amount of sex as they were when they were married for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously love can't exist without sex, or it can exist with a less amount of sex. You know what I'm saying? But if sex is your main thing about when it comes to a relationship, that shit ain't gonna last, bro. You might as well just call that like a fling, or just make that a contract type of deal where it's like, you know, you over here playing for the Chargers for like 2 years, and then you a free agent. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thoughts. Tell me you guys' thoughts about this in the comment section. Typical YouTuber-ish. Like, subscribe, comment, follow me on my social medias, turn on post notifications. More videos on the way. I'm out.